I'm actually sort of shell-shocked a bit from that, but we are in the game, we are in the action. These two teams cannot worry about who's going to be playing in the major, as they've got this series to contend with beforehand. 1-for-1 trades initially towards B main, as a bit more normality is resumed into this round. I say as a B main aggression from the CTs. They want to take this fight. Blixie could get caught out here, trapped in the corner. Glaive, the bullets aren't connecting, but finally do shut down the T. An advantage given to ENCE. But quickly, in the meantime, Glowing's taking this space out towards A.
Yeah, problem is it's going to take a while for the bomb to actually get into the bomb site as well. So ENCE will be able to kind of figure out what's going on here and start to respond accordingly. Rotating in towards the safe bomb site. Smoke will actually keep them locked out from cameras for now. There is a smoke of their own to work with. Levikas is looking to take all of the space. So CYBERSHOKE are clearly quite keen to fight forward here in this post plant, and they've drawn blood as well. Oh man, how do ENCE want to go about this? I thought they would have lobbed their own smoke forward to give themselves some room to work with, but they're just going to leap through the smoke. It's working out all right for now. It's only Venom left. They know exactly where it's going to be impossible for him. They're swinging the same side of the site. SDY goes above, Nachu goes below, and it's ENCE on the board first. Tier 2, Tier 3 Counter-Strike. That was with Deco. Some other notable names as well. SDY's gone searching. Problem is, doesn't expect Notaneki to be under the bridge. Nachu wants to trade. It's a little bit disjointed though, but Kaspersky will be the difference maker. How's he gotten two there? That is certainly going to be a big multi-kill to tip the scales in his team's favor. Glowing's not expecting Poddy, but he's just got that snapshot reaction. Oh my goodness, I thought that Glowing was a dead man, and that's going to draw the CTs to try and rotate back in towards A. Blixie lies in wait at B main. And it's all of a sudden just Glaive left remaining.
Glowing's actually getting quite aggressive up here. If Glaive's ready for this, which he actually was for the jiggle, I was going to say there might be a brief moment we can get onto the bomb site and put Blixie. Netu does actually get a dig there onto Loftus. Maybe Kaspersky can find the max dead, but maybe a bit more unlikely. SDY almost had a chance there to find Lovicus, who just couldn't seemingly connect that final bullet, and Glaive gets any intel of Glaive. He's just going to back away, hide, wait for his team to take him down. Well, I say that. He wants to go for the full spray instead. 3 kills for full eco. With what, just a Zeus invested? It's probably as good as it gets for ENCE. The exit point back, and no, he's fully committed. Behind this smoke, no kill found. And that's the risky play. That's the risk he takes. And Netu towards A was spotted here earlier, but the players split apart. Netu can't find one, Glaive as well, so a 2-on-2. As the smoke goes down and the bomb can start to be planted. Oh,
Strength in numbers. That's the name of the game for CYBERSHOKE, and there's Phenomen with the AWP. Like you say, a heads-up fight, and it felt like whoever won that fight between the two of them probably enables their team to win the round. Glaive clearing out his corners. Levikas just stands out in the open there.
You still would like to see a little bit more. Glow with a nice initial pick. Body positioning should find one, but fluffs his line slightly, does get punished. The pistols find 2 kills back, but it's still advantage CYBERSHOKE as they go back towards spawn to retrieve that bomb. Info gained from Phenomen's AWP, but no AWP shot connected.
Here we go. ENCE at least have been able to kind of find themselves on the side of the map where the action is going down. Molly's going to force SDY forward. He does get a kill. Oh my god, a second round as well. It's down to the pistol. SDY has picked up a gun, and maybe that's what actually leads to his demise. I wonder, did he run out of ammo with the 5.7? I don't know if that was forced. Okay, well, yeah, ENCE do have a man advantage, but like you say, lots of damage has been done to both Poddy and SDY. Glaive has got support here over towards this B-bomb site. He's going to try and reposition it to smoke off E-box, and he gets caught in transition. That's really unfortunate timing there for Glaive. Kaspersky is at least able to find a frag in E-box, but then Notaneki will just force the trade. That was brazen from Notaneki there, but it works out perfectly. Man advantage now for CYBERSHOKE and a highly unlikely retake for ENCE. In fact, so much so that they're just going to accept their fate.
Glaive's weapons aren't going to be hunted. Poddy allowed to keep hold of this AWP. Netu, the M4, so
Yeah, CYBERSHOKE still have a lot of their own here at their disposal, and look at the gap that they've been able to close here in towards E-box right now. I don't think that ENCE really have an idea of this. I think CYBERSHOKE are going to be further forward than what the CTs are expecting. It's an awkward timing that Levikas is going off of right now. He finds the first on Glaive. He doesn't immediately clear out Kaspersky though, who now spots a play in his peripheral vision coming through B main, but can't win out the gunfight. I love the commitment there from Blixie to go through the smoke off the back of Levikas going through E-box. That wasn't the call from spawn. That was just Levikas reading the round, and you can tell that by how far away the bomb is. This wasn't something that they just completely calculated and ironed out. This was just Levikas with a read and a timing and taking full advantage. see. Glowing is searching. He's found Nature. He's gotten the kill. Oh, man, Nature just looking rough around the edges, and Poddy's going to die as well. Poddy hasn't gotten the gun that's been left behind, unfortunately. Kaspersky playing around the smoke. Oh, my goodness. Fine margins right now. Sub 1 minute left on the clock. Quite a lot of damage done to a few of these players, so we can't count ENCE out of it.
Peek from CT here. Poddy swinging wide into Phenomen's AWP. Honestly, this could be a really good position from Kaspersky. If Blixie goes down, you're up against just the AWPer. But not looking to push into B, just making presence. This info will all be gained, but look in the meantime, Lovicus out towards A. Finds all this space. The AWPer is taken down. And probably, sometimes you gotta...
Especially with the buy in the bank.
I mean, that's the thing. Sure, you understand it if sort of with these safety weapons, that's what would allow the buy. But no, they would get a buy anyway. Yeah, like you said, but they've opted against it. On there, Molly actually takes down Poddy. I mean, look at those flames there. Nechu's caught in between of both of them. He manages to live. It's no surprise that Poddy goes down. Nechu's wanted to take this fight with this sword, but Phenomen finally does get the better of him. Blixie as well, combined on SDY, is somehow now a 2v2. Phenomen's aware of the flank, but can't connect the bullet. And Blixie's just half HP in a 1 versus 2. Both players coming from A main, seemingly not clocked that just yet.
He will now commit to the plant. Kaspersky's not going to immediately commit to the push, so Blixie's actually able to activate the C4. Can he isolate these jewels? No. Kaspersky just locks him into position, and ENCE finally double up their round count off the back of the streak of 8.
G grenade, slightly too early to chip away at Notineki. We have seen CYBERSHOKE in recent rounds really look to abuse towards A. Poddy posted up again. He sort of... Phenomen seemingly has got the better of him on a number of occasions. Does have this AWP. Util's being lined up and thrown over. Poddy. It's a nice angle. Just gets the tag off. Needs some support, and Nechu is there. Poddy combines as well, but it's a 2-on-2 as they do enter this bomb site. His Glaive's HE grenade slightly misses the mark, but it gives himself breathing room to escape.
Nice molly. Someone's going to have to pick up the bomb here, though, which is giving a little bit more time for ENCE to get in position for this retake. Oh, man. How far does Notineki decide he wants to go? Another nade miss. That's 2 HEs that have missed the mark. That nade would have killed Notineki, you know. I reckon if that nade was on the money, that nade would have certainly fragged him. So, how much is that going to change the situation? Good chip damage found. It's going to be a flash through the smoke, but Glowing commits to mouse button 1. Notineki, the man who avoided the might of the nade, will get the kill. Oh, my goodness. Oh, what could have been here in this round for ENCE had they just gotten their util lined up properly.
Still a chance, in fact, but Phenomen not going to miss another shot there. I thought if there's a chance that CSGO maybe can just find them that final round. The amount of tags that Poddy is getting, he cannot seemingly connect a clean bullet with this all.
It's so brutal. It's so close, but so far. And ENCE absolutely cannot afford for CYBERSHOKE to get up to double digits. Lovicus is going to phase through the smoke, but there's a second one there. Kaspersky's relying on that. And they're going to play the smoke fade game. This should favor Kaspersky. In CS2, it's normally the guys outside of the smoke, but Lovicus is on the move. He's such a difficult target. Glaive, well, actually avoids the trade for a moment, but still eventually does get overwhelmed. 3v2. Poddy, who was tagged earlier, is one of those 2 players as well. So on low health, another missed nade. That's the 3rd missed HE grenade for ENCE in 2 rounds. Come on, lads, the basics.
Finally do connect one there. Poddy obviously being softened up, being pretty weak. It feels like a decent amount of this round relies on his teammate of Nechu, but Glowing just jumping across Poddy's screen, catches him off. And the Frenchman in a 1 versus 3 just to find 3 rounds at the halftime swap. Phenomen surely finds this kills dead to rights. There's no chance for Nechu. And he goes down, and what a first half map. I mean,
what does CYBERSHOKE do now that they've seen that presence A main? That's what I'm wondering, because there's no further aggression here from ENCE. And it looks like it will ultimately be a B finisher. There's going to be players coming through from canals, and there's 2 in B main. And CYBERSHOKE are starting to make some moves of their own. They're going to have 2 players in towards middle, so they could have a quick flank. Either way, the focus is going to shift in towards the B bomb site. Lovicus throws a flash over the top. Needs at least a kill here, and he will find a frag, a second as well. Even Blixie's gotten him in the active 2 of his own. I'm choking on my own saliva, and CYBERSHOKE might be choking out of the round.
Look at the bombs drop though. There's 10 seconds on the clock. SDY's got to only pick up this bomb, find the kill, and dodge Fenneman as well. It did look like a great response there from SDY to find a couple of kills and certainly make me believe, but then you'll realize the bombs dropped elsewhere.
Looked like they were in such a good position there. I can't believe that Levikas and Blixie both find 2 kills. Like, that's never how that's supposed to go. The full force now for ENCE, kind of a sign of the times. What do you think, Charlie? Would you have preferred to have seen them save you and get 1 full gun round, or do you think the game's just too far gone and they had to go for the force in this situation?
I mean, I think the game's pretty much gone anyway, but you certainly can't. You're basically saying what's the difference between us having to make a monster comeback at sort of 11-2 down, or to make a monster comeback at 12-2 down?
And I can put that conversation on ice for a moment now, because ENCE have at least been able to get a bomb plant here over on the safe side. Kaspersky, he's going to find the double. That's exactly what he needed. Brilliantly done. However, it may not be enough. The problem is Fenneman doesn't have a kit, so this should be impossible. Going to tap that defuse to try and draw Kaspersky out. He'll be forced into the swing. No, he's committed. He's over-committed. He saw Fenneman's not sticking the defuse, and he still decided to take the fight. Why have you gone and done that?
Timing of this aggression into E-Box looks good, but are they going to be ready for 2? The swing on here in the ticker, the molly being pulled, Glowing low HP on this bomb site. SDY not emerging, no one's actually clearing out Glowing. He can find 1, still alive. It's amongst the action on 3 HP, but he needs his teammates to come and support him. Glowing is somehow still alive, finally gets taken down. It's a good looking chance here for ENCE though. Notaneki is softened up.
Okay, we're good. We're all good. Everybody breathe a sigh of relief. ENCE have won a round, and they will live to fight for another day here. Looked a little bit scary for a moment with Glowing able to stay alive for as long as he does. The problem is he's got like 3 health. So as soon as they do get a fight, a straight-up fight with him, he was always going to die. And unfortunately, his teammates weren't able to get through E-Box before he does. Still quite a lot of time to work with. And again, it looks like they're going to start to working towards B. Levikas. Yeah, that was risky. Just back turn to B main. I guess they'd cleared it up not too long ago. He was hoping no one was there, but that's not the case.
Potty is looking to take this space here, but the deal of Glowing actually connecting, retrieving an MP9 as the starts to come through. So much damage dealt allows Blixie to get an easy trade, and the 5-7 is what's going to end it. As it's a 1 versus 3 for Kaspersky. Does find 1, in fact. Blixie still dancing around this pillar, waiting for his teammate to arrive, but it is the 5-7 to deal the killing blow. And CYBERSHOKE on the force by only give ENCE 1 more round. Yeah, I mean, I'm actually very worried about Glaive's positioning here. Can find so much, if not cleared. Has been jiggled and Glowing domes him there with the Glock. SDY towards short. Looks to take these fights. Does have backup, but has been spotted. And Netu, despite finding a double, actually, does get taken down, but he gives a bit of life into this round. But sadly, that's where Potty is still alive. Only 6 points of health. You'd rather him be taken down rather than one of the healthier players. But still got Kaspersky. He's got a smoke, got Julies. Not the most accurate weapon for fighting at range, but still a chance. I'm not sure if this defuse kit down anywhere, but judging by the pace that Casper is pushing into this bomb site with, maybe there's not, but the kills are going decent for Casper, but Glowing finds a quad kill in the pistol to deny any shenanigans happening from those dual Berettas there. I like the double scouts, but you mentioned the amount of control that CYBERSHOKE have taken. You kind of want these scouts to soften plays up before these guys can, before the T's can take all of this space and control. Netu actually doing a lot of damage with this scout. Notaneki fading the smoke. Casper will find, and look how weak these final 2 players are. Netu still causing issues with this scout. Blixie is slowly creeping towards the position, will be able to find, but the minimal health on these remaining 2 players spells disaster for them.
Where do they go from here is the question. They're going to try and hang around for now. Kaspersky on the flank, though, has been spotted. This is impossible, right? 12 health on both the remaining players, 24 health between them. They're still trying to figure out how they want to go about setting themselves up. Blixie's going to hear the steps of the 1 player crossing. Potty's coming running with this knife out. Blixie's got the kill, and they heard Glaive. But is there enough time to actually get the bomb back through tunnels onto A? I don't know. It's going to require perfect movement the entire way. Are they going to abandon that plan and try and hunt for the kill on Glaive? Yes, they are. They're going to be committing in towards this B bomb side. Glaive has full health. He's in the committed position right now. The fight is oh my, I can't even get my words out. The fight is forced on him, and he'll be able to get both.
Casper will take down Phenomen with that MP9 under pressure now. Flashbang is perfectly placed, and Casper walks across his screen, finds a couple of kills, looking for even more, does plenty of damage onto Blixie. And sure, Glowing's got this B bomb site, got the bomb on his back, but the chance of planting it feels unlikely. Nice find there with the Deagle, need to connect an instant headshot onto Netu to have any chance for the bomb plant. So the force by winning nothing and refunding it was.
Oh, well, that sounds ideal. Can I play that game? I'd like to do that. It's like a money hack. This is good from ENCE, though. It's the first time we've seen them win consecutive rounds here on Dust 2, the second map of the series. Not ideal at all, but they're still alive. Some good signs on display. I like the confidence on display in this round, just running at their opponent.
I mean, they just seem absolutely insane with it. Casper up towards the lower tunnels is being held by Lovacus. Catches him off, and the push from Netu on the other side of tunnels does get caught out as Notaneki finds him, pulls his gun out in time. So two-man advantage swiftly going the way of the T's. In this next round, friends,
yeah, we
similar
should.
with Phenomen as well. Obviously, he's not really gonna have the choice in the matter just yet, but I mean, this map lends itself so heavily to sort of these AWPs and these long-range angles, and I feel like.
But Kaspersky will still find a favorable angle. You can kind of understand what Notaneki was thinking there. That's just playing the situation. Oh, Blixie, he's crossed CT without a CT smoke. So ENCE have got no idea that CYBERSHOKE have actually ventured up middle like this, but it's still okay. Very good awareness from Kaspersky. He's doing it all right now.
Just one other player. I want to say it was Lovacus that just looked to go with him. And you kind of just had Glowing and Phenomen sort of on an island of their own. A bomb site is actually open for the taking right now. Glowing can just, Phenomen can just make his way up. No issues. Glowing instead is going to take a big fight on these B players. Does come out on top of two. Netu has been chipped away as well, but it's SDY. The man in the back lines to deal the backstab.
Of course, Potty the AWPer would be the floater, and he does kind of fill that void right now. CYBERSHOKE just going through the motions, good util usage to gain that control. Blixie, it's going to be such a hard fight for him to win because Glaive has a huge shadow advantage. He knows for a fact that Blixie's about to come through here. Oh, and it's a labored spray, but he gets the kill. Nature finds the frag of his own. Glaive shouldn't be able to get out of here, and he just helplessly jumps into the angle.
Yeah, leveled up in this round, but Netu, such good positioning, but even better shooting from Notaneki. As we do see SCY, similar to a couple of rounds ago where he's taking this space and he was the difference maker, he's now looking to push through long, but it might be a little too late for it to be any sort of surprise. Site's been taken. It is undefended. Notaneki needs to be wary as Potty and SDY can both look to close on in his position at the same time. And Notaneki not seemingly ready for SDY at all, but still, again, a quick and clean shot from him. And Potty obviously has to go for the save now. Yet to find a kill in this one just yet. Keeping this AWP alive, you'd imagine it'd give him chances and eventually he will take them.
Yeah, good work coming through here from CYBERSHOKE in this round, though. I mean, they find the opening pick. They recognize that maybe they can then pressure middle a little bit more. That kill onto Nature from Notaneki where he just jiggles or swings through the door. That's insane. That's the frag that really unlocks the round there for CYBERSHOKE. Gives them the big edge.
Actually, their end goal is not fully confirmed just yet. The bomb is making its way towards tunnels. Glowing is in middle. As two ENCE players lie in wait, ready for any sort of hit. No util. SDY is going to have no issue finding these kills. Blixie goes down in middle. Glowing will get the trade, but this round's dead in the water, and the save has to come through. Felt like CYBERSHOKE maybe a little late to make a decision there and sort of forcing themselves towards B due to the lack of control they ended up actually having in A.
Yeah.
The setup's really strong. They didn't have any util, making life difficult for SDY. He just posted up, and he's never going to miss those shots. And it feels even more difficult for CYBERSHOKE now that there's double AWPs in play. SDY and Potty's adding so much stability, as well as just looking There's so many different opening kills that they're seemingly able to find. Casper overlooked on the bomb site, has been taken down. The rotating player on long, dealing a lot of damage. But it's just that one-man disadvantage now for CYBERSHOKE. Bomb's been retrieved and the digits have to be punched in.
Oh, there we go. That's the moment. As soon as they commit to the plant, there's so much pressure that comes through from ENCE, from ramp, from short at the same time. This is impossible now for Fenneman. He's relying so heavily on the smoke grenade here. Nature is not going to entirely respect it, though. And now Fenneman's out in the open. I mean, this is completely impossible for him. ENCE just collapse on Fenneman. I really am surprised we haven't seen more emphasis from CYBERSHOKE out long here. Glaive is the long player, and objectively the worst player in terms of his mechanical ability for ENCE. So could be a point of trying to exploit that if you're CYBERSHOKE as well. It's not something they've tried to do.
The Eagles are connecting some shots, and Poddy is going to respect it and give up the bomb plant. Lone finding one more with the tech. Netu here with the M4. Good reposition there. We'll take down Glowing, but considering how weak that buy was, and looking at the position of Blixie, they could really make ENCE feel quite claustrophobic here towards long, just holding these angles. SDY is going to push into long. Blixie is going to get a freebie there. Glowing taking down Glaive as well. Casper will connect that bullet as Blixie tries to peek in front of the flash, but great positioning from Glowing to find.
He's going to be the one to open up here for his team. Glaive goes searching. That's going to take the attention away from middle. Kaspersky decides to activate. Very good combination. That's not a play you see too frequently from the CT side. Nature looking to lock down the speed bomb site will do exactly that. And ENCE on course for 8.
Feels like a guarantee now. Netu's position just could not be silenced. Finally, it is through the smoke, but Fenneman, yeah, taken down by SDY. He's had quite the first half. Him and Netu looking pretty unstoppable there. Because that's SDY on the second AWP that felt like it had a ton of impact.
ENCE obviously work well as a unit. CYBERSHOKE have got very strong individuals. Either way, look at this from ENCE. Just a death ball approach out long.
Find that pickup Glowing. The flash comes through, but Blixie can't connect the bullets onto the T's and keep on darting from left to right. And Fenneman's going to need quite a few players to overlook his position. Really have too much impact. The bomb's planted on the other side, but can actually find Poddy there. And now ENCE fighting as a unit, but Fenneman finds two, not Tedeki and Lovikus, and what have we just seen as a quick flurry of 4 kills for the CT side comes through. Does emerge. The flashbang does its job. Lovikus is sneaking through behind all 3, finds 1, but the reposition from Casper looks good enough, but still goes down. The Glocker Poddy connects. Advantage for CYBERSHOKE. Blixie positioning will find Poddy. Quick peek shot from Glaive.
Yummy.
And a 1v2, 50 seconds on the clock as well. He's up against the 2 superior weapons, the rifles. Play with the Deagle. Oh, he does have no armor, to be fair.
Yeah, he's got the bomb, though. Can he actually get across onto the site? There we go. Like you said, lack of armor makes it almost impossible. Not to he just pops his head. If Glowing was trying to go through or across, I think he was trying to go through there. Good opening kill found. SDY off the back of the flash is going to come through. Oh my goodness, his spray was completely off the mark. Thankfully, the flash was perfect. She had all the time in the world to adjust.
Lovikus wants to re-aggress hit. Is going to be a flashbang coming from Fenneman, surely. Not just yet, holding the line. Well, Fenneman now pulls out that flash. Very obvious, though. Tries to flash for the deeper position. Lovikus can at least go 1-for-1. Phil's honestly reasonably lucky that he even got that. Yeah, it looked like Blixie had a good idea of what was going on there, but timing of the flash was just perfect as well. Before Blixie could cross, just sort of dodging the peak of SDY. That's when that flash comes over. That's when the swing comes through. But CYBERSHOKE, they're able to save these weapons. They can pretty comfortably get a buyout in the next.
And I'm not sure if he's actually going to get tested here. I feel like this is just a bit of a ruse from ENCE. They're going to drop a player down into CT. Levikas is ready for it, but Notaneki's gone down in the meantime. Levikas will stand tall. How has he gotten all three? That's ridiculous. Poddy hasn't been able to force the trade either. And there's still Glowing, who lies in wait on this B bomb site. Levikas has found a fourth, single-handedly wins this round for his team, and he was by himself. He didn't have anybody supporting him.
Well, let's trade it back.
Really good. The Max 10's taken so much attention.
I mean, the rotations are here. They're just trying to delay with utility. Send Blixie in, but he's ready for more players to be on the bomb side, but no one's even emerged up yet. Glowing just playing behind this smoke, but the kills are all going the way of the T's. Glowing finally strikes. He's got a 1v1 on A before the rest of the T's emerge, but Netu finds. And hence, the tactical pause works out perfectly. And it was all for that initial presence that Glaive took towards Along.
Allows for the rest of the team to stream into position, and then Netu doing so much in tunnels that just completely disrupts CYBERSHOKE. Oh man, okay, Netu just hunts down Fenneman. There's moves being made. Netu is on a swivel. I mean, he's the guy who's just trying to save the round right now for ENCE with those 2 kills. That's just to keep the numbers level. Kaspersky, completely unchecked. Nonseneki doesn't even peer in that direction.
And there we go. Rifles in hand.
I wonder if that's, is there a way back in? I guess 11-8, it's not inconceivable for CYBERSHOKE to fight their way back. I mean, unfortunately, Glowing has had that AK forcefully removed. Blixie will get to carry one over, but what does that mean now? I mean, the map's been cut down the middle. ENCE have got Glaive, who's going to be going through long late. This is something that CYBERSHOKE were lacking, was that extra avenue of entry. Glaive is going to be that late player to activate. CYBERSHOKE have their focus in towards mid right now. Blixie's the only player between them and the bomb site. He's not really even between them right now. He's tucked in, hugging the wall, waiting for his opportunity to pounce. He's ticked to the molly though. He's missed his opportunity. Oh, Blixie, he's had a really tough game so far. And Poddy, with some sort of an egregious no-scope there, clips him through quite a large chunk of the wall to get the kill.
Notaneki does find one. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't even really know what the CT is going for this. This feels like you have to play for OPT here. A 2 vs 4, I mean, look, I like the idea that they want to give it a fight. Lovicus does go down here, but it feels like you're never winning that round. I think the save probably was.
Okay, well, there's a frag back. A little bit of the grit and tenacity on display here from CYBERSHOKE, and they've also just got SDY trapped right now. They're going to force the fight upon him. Glaive has gotten a kill in the meantime, though, so at least that does completely open up this A bomb site. And now Poddy can just remain posted on the angle. Fenneman has a scout, but it's going to be tough to contest the sword. Poddy's missed the shot, though. Bomb going to be tossed across there, so Poddy now tasked with activating the C4. He's going to plant for Glaive as well. I mean, low hull for Fenneman, no kit. It shouldn't be doable, but there is a vague chance Glaive's going to hear all these steps. So this is such a smart position for him. And he hears that there's 2 players as well. Just calmly allows the first to cross. He executes the second, goes back for the first, and that's job done.
And the Glocks the one to finish it off. ENCE. A pretty comfortable.
I'm not a big fan of the new train, Charlie. I miss the old train. I miss the factor of being able to really use the trains and use the ladders and the verticality. Anyway, more on that later. Look at this. This is just fast and furious from CYBERSHOKE. Straight into the safe bomb site. This is exactly what I was talking about. The splits. But hang on. How on earth have these kills come through here? It was looking so good for CYBERSHOKE. It's just a bloodbath on the A bomb site.
And even the TK there. The blade coming out for Casper. As Fenneman just fires wildly, spots info off Poddy here. Both orbs against one another. Pistols in hands. Maybe that verticality of the ladder will be used here from Fenneman. But just biding his time, making Poddy guess. The UFP shot connects. ENCE will win. Has made his way straight into Pop Dog. So Ivy has to be a success story for CYBERSHOKE here. And Blixie does find Kaspersky. Will get traded by SDY, who's now trapped towards hell. Getting one more before going down is massive for SDY there, and in the meantime, the rest of his team's cleaned things up towards A. Lovicus fighting against the Julies of Poddy, but Netu, as the backstab with the M4, takes him down, and
Surely it would have been much more worth it for one player to just forego the upgraded pistol and get a smoke double flash or something of the sort, just to try and enable them getting into a bomb site.
B always did feel like sort of suicide without any utility. So rough pushing down these lower angles as well as upper. You've got no way to break into the bomb site. It looks a little bit like this.
Nice. Flawless. That's against the eco as well, bode very well for them economically. I mean, there's no smoke grenades left remaining here for this T side. Couple flashes and a few mollies is what they have at their disposal, and they're still committing to plan A. They haven't decided to try and change things up. It's going to be the AWP there that takes first contact. Venomman comes out on top of that kill. They know that Glaive has to be an A main as well, but he just shuts them both down as they emerge from the smoke. However, kills have come through fruitfully elsewhere. It's just Nature left remaining. He doesn't have any room to work with, and Venomman will shut him down. Important kill that kind of ignited the round there for CYBERSHOKE. Had he gone down, then CYBERSHOKE probably just fall flat on their face. Now they're going to move with pace into this next round. Glowing's already been able to get out, but the Incendiary forces him into the open. He's still going to combine with Levikas to get a kill, but Glowing is low. And that surely should lead to him being taken down here. He knows he's got Kaspersky behind E-Box, but he himself is just forced out into the open as a result and will go down.
And Kaspersky maybe making a bit of a risk himself on the CT side. Quite advantaged and a bit of a bold play to make, but Body with a nice find there. SDY's up.
Yeah, so how much can you really get done? They're going hunting for him. Yeah, Flash is going to completely blind it up. Makes for a free frag there for Glaive. It's going to prompt CYBERSHOKE to try and get in towards the B bomb site, but they have to go through the fire and the flames. Nature on the other side. It's a good double kill there from Glowing. Decides against immediately committing to the plant. He will still be able to activate the C4 though, so at least there's a bit of a return in the round here for CYBERSHOKE. The kills and the plant in itself will still be worth celebrating. No way that Glowing can win it from here though, I'm afraid. And there we go, Glaive will seal the deal 6-1. You mentioned how Kaspersky a little bit unfortunate there. There were two players as he swings. He's kind of caught between shooting at both of them. The run boost for Venomman. Glaive is now out in the open. Kind of realized he doesn't have the opportunity to fall back. He was always expecting that follow-up swing to try and get the trade. And Blixie does exactly that. Still plenty of time left in the round here. A bit of a sweaty angle for Nature to just kind of spot in heaven. Obviously, he can't actually go for a fight, but he can get information without any risk. He's now seen two players, right? Yeah, there we go. Now he's going to edge his way forward. As a result, first frag is free, and he knows Glowing is there as well.
I mean, it's so filthy. They're plays that come up against you, and you just sort of have a bit of bad blood towards Nature just for playing that angle. Played it to perfection though, watching both players cross, takes his time and finds both the kills excellently. And CYBERSHOKE, their advantage that they had in this round is very quickly gone. SDY under pressure, how quickly does he start to lock on that there towards Ivy? The no-scope connects, got time to readjust and finds Blixie as well. Faster played rounds, and he sort of looked to quickly get out of A main. Apart from that one Tech 9 from Notineki and the pistol, but we're seeing it now. Lovikus has the chance, all while blinded. ENCE, all you need to do is hold left trigger on that A main entrance, and supposedly 3-4 kills come.
Oh man. I mean, I feel like we've only seen two different gears from CYBERSHOKE. Hyper aggressive all in, and then super slow, super passive, not really doing anything and trying to edge your way forward. Haven't really seen any middle grounds, haven't seen them try and force rotations, haven't really seen much pressure on the B bomb site, and then some sort of an activation out of A main. It's been a bit too predictable here in this round, just trying to brute force their way into this A bomb site. Emphatically shut down by the CT side. Kaspersky will seal the deal. A nice little swing from there to get that last kill.
But fast out of A main again, feels like he's got an opportunity, and this is how it was meant to go in the last round, but I just don't think they were anticipating two players so close to the red train.
Okay, well that's
you can
fine.
Just settle now if you want. They don't need to. Ooh.
He's done so much. How has Glowing gotten so much work done here in this round? It forces Glaive to just back up with his back turned. That's going to be a frag for free. This was the half investment from CYBERSHOKE. Glowing the IGL says, I'm just going to try and get out into the A-bomb site. Gets a frag, picks up an AK, another as well. More damage through the smoke. They made that look so easy.
The faster A plays on train definitely can work out. And it looked like in the last round, just due to how the flashbangs were working, I wonder if Glowing sort of just looked at that and thought, I think there's something there. I think we were just unlucky with sort of whatever ENCE did in terms of felt like they made the perfect call to counter that on that round. And it looked like Glowing just wanted to take the initiative in this one and, yeah, called a very similar thing just to get himself sent out this time. And double kill from him. So much damage allowing Notineki to get an easy kill onto a back turn to Glaive. And from there on out, just run away with the round.
And this round, he is on the right side of the map. Let's see what he can do.
Execute was
And there he
so
is.
good.
Oh my. So much damage done by the Flames. That's insane. Poddy's gotten a kill as well. SDY is the one to rotate through because Kaspersky's dealing in multis. And it's a flash in the pan for CYBERSHOKE. They win the half by, but then...
That's been just that one bright spark in some of these rounds for CYBERSHOKE. And does find a kill to get it back. Fenneman as well, taking down his rival Orpa.
Oh, nice. Very good swing there from Notaneki. I love that he doesn't hesitate. He knows the attention's going to be towards Ivy because that's where CYBERSHOKE have come through from. There's even been a couple of shots fired there in SDY's direction. Nachu, though, trigger discipline, wants to try and get this kill and then immediately have a second one up for grabs. Doesn't want to leave this player either. It's just a knife to add insult to injury. The low health of Glowing is going to be going down. It's just a 1v1. And it seems like Nachu has an idea. The last player is towards the back of the bomb train, but Notaneki will just step out of position, lock in the headshot, and get a third round on the board for his team. Couple sets of Julies. This is fast right now from ENCE. Going in towards Ivy. 3 players. They're loud and proud. Blixie's going to hear all of these steps. He can just line up that first frag for free. He collects a second as well. Sure, he's had a tough time of it, but he certainly delivers here in the pistol. Poddy will eventually answer back, but the damage has been done. He's now the last player left alive. Glowing is going to be wrapping around Poddy as well. And he's got far too many players to try and deal with. He will actually, funny enough, get the kill on Glowing, but the trade comes through straight afterwards, and CYBERSHOKE has done as was required. No need to overface here if you're CYBERSHOKE either, because it's really important that you keep your economy intact. Massive comeback required. You shouldn't be searching. You shouldn't be hunting. This is entirely unnecessary. Oh my goodness, Notaneki. He's even gone back for more. The re-peak. There's just layer after layer, wave after wave from CYBERSHOKE. They're doing their best to give this round up right now. I mean, there's certainly isn't any risk of them actually losing the round from here, but their lives have now been made more difficult going forward. Brazen decision from SDY. You imagine he's going to be running forward, holding mouse button 1, and there we go, he's dead. As is his teammate. Notaneki runs out of ammo. Surely should go down here, and eventually he does. Unfortunately, his teammates haven't been able to arrive before he's died, so they're going to have to try and fight their way back through Connect, and that's exactly what they'll do.
I don't think ENCE are going to get as many gifts as they were given on their last partial buy against CYBERSHOKE. And the step towards Pop Dog's being heard. Molotov comes down, forces Glaive back. Lovicus takes him down just before he can slip around the corner into safety. And maybe a kill or two. Best case scenario now, friends. No chance of that bomb going down, surely. Positioning for Lovicus is good. Just need to make sure he doesn't get overwhelmed by the A main players as well. With just 20 seconds remaining, I think there's no sort of even false hope that ENCE can win this one. Clean
and
sweep.
there we go. And a pretty forward setup. This is what I was talking about for the CT side. You're kind of limited for options as to where you can position yourself. Blixie's so vulnerable to a flash from outside of A main, but it's not going to come through. Glaive instead will just swing out dry. He's got Knack kill. Fenneman's died as well. It's now all on Levikas with this from us. And, oh my goodness, what a snapshot there from Poddy. But look at how low all 4 of these players are. Barely make up half health between the 4 of them. Yeah, CYBERSHOKE, obviously they don't know how much damage they've inflicted, right? Because if they'd actually realized how low these players were, then they probably give this one a roll of the dice. It's one of those rounds where you go back and watch the demo and you're like, ah, man, that sucks.
SDY is not particularly healthy, so definitely needs to be careful. One bullet's all it takes. Gets the intel of Glowing, and it's a hit towards B, but the AUG at the range. You see the advantage it has. So much damage dealt again to a couple of these players.
Nachu's a little bit unlucky there because he's the second player to go down the ramp, and well, the shots were being fired at Glaive, and then Nachu's the one who dies. Levikas surely never going to expect Poddy here as well. Poddy will connect on the shot, but now he has a bit of a marathon to run to actually join up with his teammates. The problem for CYBERSHOKE is that, but it's ENCE up to 11, just 2 rounds away from their spots in the quarterfinals.
I mean, we could very much be seeing a leveled up game now if some of these rounds went that way, but it's not the case. Kaspersky gets taken down as the first blood and the first to fall. The HE grenade not quite hitting its mark and taking down SDY, but the push through the smoke for Glowing finds one. The flashbang is good enough, but Poddy quick for the shot.
Needs to be more though. Levikas is committed. He doesn't have room to work with. Smoke grenade on one side, flames on the other. At least Notaneki's going to be able to scale back into this bomb site, but the flash blinds Notaneki and Glaive. And it's going to be Glaive who finds the Ukrainian rifler. It's only Fenneman left, and he's going to be blocked off by a smoke grenade. That's a nice snapshot there from Fenneman, though, to give himself a chance in this 1 versus 3 turn 1v2. Then ENCE get in that situation where they get a really important gun round. They win that gun round, and they just haven't looked back since. Going to be a nice streak of 3 rounds in a row here for ENCE, and this next one is going to be the easiest of the lot to try and finish off the job.
They did enough in the first half to be able to run away with things. Lovikus gets aggressive. The flashbang's good enough. The trade does come through from Fenneman. But Netu finding Notineki on the B-bomb site, and look at Netu taking all of this space. Fenneman's actually advanced up through Popdog. He's drawing the rotations of Fenneman and Glowing, while the main run of the hit is going to be out towards Ivy.
Yeah, it's all a ruse right now. Lexi, is he going to get caught right now? He does smartly tuck himself in the corner at A main. It's a smart position he puts himself in because he can catch anybody trying to rotate back through, and he can also then pounce on that A bomb site. And surely CYBERSHOKE now kind of realize what's going on with there being no further presence on this B bomb site. Nate, how have you gotten that kill? And Glaive is now going to connect the dots. Potty's found Blixie in A main. Very good awareness there from the AWP. It's only Fenneman left remaining, and CYBERSHOKE have faltered in the series.
And it is going to be it's going to be ENCE advancing through the round of 16. Fenneman again finding himself in another really challenging clutch. But Casper's first clear out will find, but a lot more players needed.
Oh.
I really thought Fenneman hit that shot there,
Me
actually,
too.
but the switch on to Potty.